Hi, I'm Jerry Gibbs, and today I'd like to introduce you to this range of dehumidifiers from EcoPro. So we're standing outside a typical UK bungalow. By a bungalow, we're talking about a single-storey living. So the application in this specific bungalow is quite straightforward. We're standing in the central hallway, and so this is the area where the air is going to be gathered into. Under normal circumstances, the old school way, cold air from the loft would be pushed into this area and go out to the extremities, and that's not that efficient. So for our perspective, in this loft we're going to install a dehumidifier. The dehumidifier is going to take the air from this hallway and take it up into an air vent. Inside the dehumidifier is going to remove that water vapour and then pump dry air to the extremities. One of the extremities is going to be in the bedroom. Because this is a cold external wall, left to its own devices, the humidity that's in this air would gather on this wall, it gathers in the wardrobe, it gathers on the clothing, and we get mould as a result. So standing in the loft, and this is a typical loft, and we're going to look at the application here. So we've got the dehumidifier mounted onto the wall, and we need to install the rest of the pipework. We've already installed an electrical socket, and we've plugged a timer into that, so the dehumidifier can be plugged in, and we can ask the machine to turn on and off as and when required. What else we need on this machine is an air inlet, and that's going to come from the hall below, because that's the central part of the house. So air is going to be taken up from the hall and go in to the inlet side of the dehumidifier. The processed air, the dry air, is going to come out of the outlet, and that's going to go into a ducting where it can be split and then ducted to the corners of the rooms, the extremities of the building, because we identify are the coldest parts. The other part of the dehumidifier is the exhaust outlet, which is here, and as we mentioned, that's a humid air outlet. It's not liquid, so we need to pump that away. And in this particular application, the air outlet is going to be taken across to the roof tiles and then down and out through the soffit, where it's going to breathe naturally to the atmosphere. In this application, we're using a desiccant dehumidifier. Desiccant dehumidifiers are very different from your standard refrigerant dehumidifiers, which produce water as a liquid. In this case, we're taking the water from the air and pumping it out as a vapour. This is much more like the exhaust on your tumble dryer. It's a humid air outlet. How we get that humid air outlet out of the house is not the easiest thing. It just requires to think outside of the box a little bit. In this particular application, we've got a vent pipe sticking out through the wall, which is no longer in use. It's much easier for us to take a pipe out from the soffit, because the soffit board gives access to the loft. So it's not particularly difficult to take a waste pipe out from here, and we'll end up with a humid air outlet. Now this isn't going to produce liquid water, it's going to produce water vapour.